Welcome, and I'm Shay Condro. I'm a mindfulness teacher and a contemplative artist and a spiritual mentor. And it is my heartfelt joy to help people cultivate inner peace, compassion, and clarity through meditation and mindfulness practices, creating a heartfelt connection. I love being in the place of guiding individuals towards living a more present and soul-centered life. And so I'm just ecstatic. I think that word is appropriate to share this space with you today and welcome you all to our second Sunday mindful meditation gathering. And this gathering is offered every month throughout the year, creating a space for presence and connection and a sense of community. And today's session is actually extra special in that it marks our first meditation for 2025. And it also is serving as a prelude for the 18th annual Feast for the Soul. And the feast, is some of you probably know, I see some faces that are familiar that have participated with it in the past. The feast is a global 40-day meditation practice. It's meant to help us kick off our spiritual practice for the new year. And during the feast, I am honored to guide 4 Sunday sessions. So I will be here next Sunday and the following Sunday. The link for that meditation can be found on the Feast for the Soul website, which I will post a link in the chat, and on the Feast Facebook page, and on my own website. So I'll put links for the Feast website and for my website in the chat. And my friend and mentor, Sarah McLean, whom many of you know, will lead the first Sunday meditation in February. And then I will return to lead the following 2 Sundays. So it may sound a little confusing, but it should be clear. And the schedule is, in fact, let me put those links in here if anybody wants to reserve those. I'll also share them again at the end of our meditation today. So, um, anyhow, there are meditations scheduled throughout the 40 days of the feast with amazing practitioners that are coming to you from around the globe. And there's also a robust library of practices that where you can explore different modalities on the feast website. So I would encourage you to step in there and poke around a little bit and see what tickles your fancy. And the opening ceremony for the feast is officially on Wednesday, February 15th, and it will be recorded. So if the time does not align for you, but there is, I would really encourage you to connect with it. There will be many inspiring readings shared. I find it to be deeply nourishing from a spiritual perspective. So I would invite you to check that out. But let's let the feast begin today, and then we have more to come in the weeks ahead. So let's take a moment to ground ourselves as we prepare for a few moments of a transformative journey together. And I want to say again just how honored I am that you've chosen to be here today. You could be anywhere, and here you are. So I want to invite you to take advantage of this moment and acknowledge it to yourself as well for showing up for this practice, both for yourself and for the world. As we step into this 40 days of spiritual practice, I want to encourage us all to focus. And as we step into this new year, it's a time of cultivating inner peace and bringing that peace into the world through our actions and through our presence, our kind, gentle attention. And as we begin, know that your practice here connects to a larger field of collective intention and care. So today and over the next few weeks, we'll explore themes that help us deepen our mindfulness practice, cultivate compassion, and let go of all that no longer serves us. Each session can stand on its own, but together they form a powerful journey of inner transformation. And I don't use that word lightly. Meditation and mindfulness practices, coming together in community, setting intentions for the highest and best outcome for our lives, does set transformation in motion. It enlivens our energy and brings us into our hearts. So let's begin by grounding ourselves in the present moment, the foundation for all mindfulness practices. Let's take a deep breath together to set and remember our intention for this time together. As you inhale, bring your awareness to the here and now. As you exhale, let go of distractions, allowing yourself to arrive fully in this moment. In today's world, it is easy to feel scattered, to feel pulled between the demands of the past, worries about the future. But the present moment is where life is actually happening. It's where our power lies. It's where we find clarity and peace and connection. Mindfulness is, well, it's a foundation for well being. Mindfulness is the practice of bringing our attention to what is happening right now without judgment. It's not about emptying the mind or avoiding thoughts. It's about noticing them and gently guiding yourself back to the here and now. It's a practice. I personally can't remind myself of that enough. The mind is a thought generator, and many thoughts become habits, and they create actually physical pathways in our brain that strengthen and reinforce these habits. And yet, when we take the time to cultivate the awareness and make time for practices like meditation and mindfulness, you cultivate a new superpower, the power to create new habits just through the power of our attention, habits that better support the person that you are committed to being in your life, the person I'm committed to being in my life. And when you're present, you can respond to life with intention rather than reacting automatically. You strengthen your capacity for inner peace, and you become a source of calm for others around you. Imagine that. To be that peace that walks in the room and touches the hearts of others in their moments of stress and disconnection. So let's begin our meditation practice by finding a comfortable position. I recommend sitting upright, settling into what we're going to call today a dignified posture, one that feels both grounded and at ease, upright and relaxed. Let's embody the presence and strength of who we are becoming through this practice, through a dignified posture. Taking a moment to settle in, closing your eyes or choosing a downward gaze with your eyes slightly open if that's more comfortable for you. Allow your body to feel supported. Let your hands rest naturally on your legs or in your lap. Bring your attention to your breath. Taking a few deep breaths in through your nose. Deep breaths all the way down into your belly. And as you arrive at the bottom of your breath, hold it for just a beat and slowly release your breath through your nose. Slowly repeat this several times together at your own pace. Next, allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your chest, the coolness of the inhale, the warmth of the exhale. Let your breath anchor you in this moment. And throughout our practice, as thoughts arise, just kindly and gently return your attention to your breath. Patient and kind. Now expand your attention, your awareness to your body. Notice any sensations, perhaps the contact of your feet on the ground, the feeling of your hands in your lap, the temperature of the air around you. There's no need to change anything. We're just observing in restful awareness. Now let yourself become aware of the sounds that are around you. Possibly it's a noise in another room, sounds of the HVAC in your home. Maybe it's the silence that touches you. Notice the subtle layers, near and far, without clinging, without telling a story. Just notice with gentle awareness. Let them come and go like waves. And finally, let's return our focus to the breath, gently resting our attention there. And again, if your mind wanders, it's okay. Simply notice it. Guide yourself back to the rhythm of your breathing. And we're going to sit together for a period of silent breath awareness. Turning your attention to your breath with patience and love. I invite you to let go of any expectations about how this should go and stick with it until you hear the chime. I am going to watch the time. Easy, restful attention on your breath. I want to invite you at this point in our meditation for the next few moments to place your hands on your heart if that feels comfortable for you. And let us hold a space of safety and reassurance for those who are suffering in the world right now. And in particular, for those on the West Coast who are in fear of losing their home or their lives or their livelihood, loved ones. Let us breathe our hearts together all over the globe, that our hearts beat as one. With your eyes still closed, breathing natural and relaxed, let's remain in this quiet stillness together. Allow the effects of the meditation to be integrated into your body, into your mind, into your spirit. And when you're ready, still looking down, slowly open your eyes, letting the light in gently and letting your light out in its radiant splendor. I invite you to let a smile curl on your lips. You are a gift, not just to yourself, but to your world. And as we bring this meditation to a close, know that the awareness that we've cultivated here can extend into our daily lives. You don't have to be seated in meditation to practice mindfulness. In fact, mindfulness is powerfully serves us as we move through our day. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, pause. Take 3 mindful breaths. Maybe 1, but 3 is really great. In through your nose, pause, out through your nose. This goes miles for soothing your parasympathetic nervous system and bringing you to its center point. And as you exhale, feel yourself ground into the moment. Mindful pauses are power tools, and I invite you to choose an activity today that you can give your full presence to. Whether it's drinking tea or mindfully eating a favorite snack, taking a short walk, or working on a puzzle. And if you want to take it a little deeper, I would invite you to take a moment to reflect or journal just after our time together today and asking yourself, how does it feel to be present? What do you feel in your body? What do you hear from your heart? What is the impact on your mind? And what might change if you carried this sense of awareness into your day? And before we close, I'd like to thank you for practicing with me here today. Presence here is a gift to yourself and to the world. I probably can't say that enough. Next week, we'll continue this journey with a session on cultivating inner stillness, which can be a real refuge in our busy world. I'm hoping you'll join me. And the opening ceremony for the feast is on Wednesday, January 15th, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, and 7 p.m. GMT. So there's an inspiring program planned to set the tone for the new year. But for now, I just invite you to carry the piece of this practice with you and to remember that the present moment is always available as a place of rest and renewal. So let's take one final deep breath. As you inhale, take this moment to be present. As you exhale, bring gratitude to yourself for your practice. And in closing, a little prayer. May all beings be happy. May they be free of their pain and their fear. May they know they are never alone and that they are loved.